So this is the grocery list in CS50 problem list. Implement a program that prompt user for items one per line until the user inputs control D. Then output the user's grocery list in all uppercase alphabetically by item, prefixing each line with the number of times the user inputted that item. No need to pluralize. Treat the user's input case insensitively. So you can see that this is how it has been demoed. You're inputting the items, and then once you press Ctrl D, it will show the number and then the item in uppercase, how many times it was added. So let's go into the then script. So implement a program that prompt the user for items one per line until the user inputs Ctrl D. Ctrl D is nothing but end of file error. So, and you need to exit. So I'm going to do an import. This is here, and you're going to input. There is a prompt will be looped until user press Ctrl D. So you need a loop. I'm using while. And the hint says you can use a dictionary. So that's what I'm using here. So I'm just using, you're prompting the user, so which is input. Then you need to catch the end of file error, so you need to try. Set end of file error, where you will exit without any error message. Now once you enter an item, it needs to be stored somewhere, and the hint said dictionary, so we're going to use a dictionary. So I'm initializing a dictionary to store the grocery items and how many times it's been added. So the key will be the item, the value will be the number of times it's been added, so that you can display it at the end. So once you input it, you're going to check whether the key is in there. If it is in there, increment the count. If not, you just add it with a value 1. So for that, in dictionary you have a method to see whether the key is present or not. And you need to handle the key error. If it is not present, it will throw a key error, so that needs to be handled. So I'm going to use another try and say if dict underscore grocery of key. This checks whether the key is present in there. If it's present, then the value should be incremented by 1. The value is nothing but the dict grocery of key is the value that will show you the value. So you can increment it by 1. But if it is not present, it will throw a key error. And then you need to add the item in there. Here it is incrementing or updating the count by 1, and here you're adding it, adding the key and the value as 1. So now you have a dictionary in here. So let's try and see if it is displaying it right. Apple, lime, kiwi, apple, lime, and I'm pressing a Control D. It says apple 2, lime 2, kiwi 1. So it's adding, but then it is not sorted, it is not converted into uppercase. So this is something that we will have to fix. So when you press Control T, that is when you need to display. So I'm gonna loop here. So the dictionary. So you need to loop through the dictionary. And the sorting should be done on the key. The item should be sorted alphabetically by item. So it's dot key keys. This needs to be sorted. So I'm going to do a sorted. So this means the keys are sorted. Then you loop through it for I in sorted dictionary key. So I is each key. And then it will show you. You need to have the number first. So it says 2 apples, 2 apple, 2 lime, 2 kiwi. So it should be the number, the value. Which is nothing but you can access the item or the value using the dictionary inside this, the key. So I is nothing but the key. So I'm going to do a F string here. I'm going to display this. So it's going to go into the curly braces, space, then I, you need a curly brace again, I dot upper. So I'm going to remove this. You don't need this. Then you need to exit. So let's do a clear. Let's say apple, tomato, sweet potato, tomato, milk. I'm pressing Ctrl D. So it says it's in the order, alphabetically it's in the order. Tomato is 3 times repeated. Let's milk 1 time. Yeah, so that is it. We can do a check CS50 over here. Yeah, so it is all green, which means it's passed the test.